Let's make some cute and easy air-dry clay home decor. For this project, I'm using DOS air-dry clay, and as always, I'm starting off by conditioning my clay. The packaging has already been opened, and the clay feels a bit dry, so I'm adding a few drops of water and kneading for a few minutes until it feels softer. The first item I'm making is a simple bow tray. I'm starting with a large ball of clay, using chopsticks as a guide and rolling the clay out with a rolling pin. The top of the clay is usually a bit wrinkly, so I'm smoothing it out with my hands dipped in some water. I'm using a round lid and pressing it into the clay to make an outline of where to cut. I'm smoothing the edge with some water and gently scraping the clay off with a thin blade. I will be placing the clay into a bowl, and to avoid the bottom sticking, I'm adding a layer of cornstarch to the clay, making sure the side with cornstarch is touching the bowl. I'm pressing the clay down into the shape of the bowl and cleaning up the edge with my fingers and a clay tool. Then we can let the clay dry in the bowl. To make the bow, I'm rolling out a thin piece of clay. Then I'm using my blade to cut 2 even strips of clay. For the first piece, I'm folding the ends in to form the bow loops. I'm taking the second piece and cutting a small amount for the middle knot, then dividing the remaining clay to make the bow tails. I'm cutting the tail pieces at an angle and attaching the pieces by scoring each side and blending it in with my silicone clay tool. Then I'm adjusting the middle knot and blending it to the rest of the bow. After seeing how the bow looks on the tray, I am making some changes to the tail length. Now we're done sculpting the tray. These 2 pieces are drying separately and will be attached later. Next, we are making some Jellycat-inspired photo holders, starting with a bubble tea holder. I'm rolling out a ball of clay to create a cylinder for the drink cup. Then I'm shaping the bottom half so that it's slightly narrower than the top and cutting away the excess clay. I'm flattening a ball of clay to make the lid and smoothing the edge with my fingers. To attach the lid to the cup, I'm scoring both sides and applying slip, which acts like a glue made from clay and water. I'm pressing lightly to attach the pieces together. To make the slot where we will place the photo, I'm taking my thin blade and gently cutting into the clay, then testing it to see if I need to cut more. I couldn't find any cardstock at the time, but I did find some bulk Pokemon cards to use instead. The cut is a bit slanted, but it still fits the card nicely, so we can move on to making the details. I'm rolling out some clay to make the straw and attaching it to the holder. I'm placing it in front of the photo slot. I'm also making the little legs and feet that are a staple with Jellycats. I'm making the leg and foot as one piece by rolling half a ball of clay into a thin log and shaping the other half with my hands into the foot. I'm repeating the same process for the other leg. Once the legs are done, I'm trimming off the excess and attaching them to the cup. Now we are done with our first photo holder. Next, we are making a marshmallow holder. I'm starting with a ball of clay, and using an acrylic stamp block to roll it into a cylinder for the marshmallow. I'm also smoothing the top to make it a bit more round. Same as before, I'm using my thin blade to make the slot and testing it out with a card. I'm also making the legs like before, and I finally found some cardstock to place in the slot instead. Now that we're done sculpting, I'm letting these dry for a few days. For DOS air-dried clay, it needs 24 hours for every centimeter of thickness, so mine will take about 3 to 4 days to dry. I'm also leaving the cardstock in the photo holders while they dry. The back of the tray has some cracks, so I'm using some slip to fill them and scraping off the excess with a clay tool. I'm waiting for this to completely dry before sanding. I'm using 120 grit sandpaper. I'm also working in a well-ventilated room, wearing goggles and a face mask that filters fine dust. After sanding, I'm using acrylic paints and painting on 1 to 2 coats, usually adding more coats for lighter colors. When drawing faces and other details, I like using ball tools and micron pens. Drawing a faint outline with pencil also helps, but I still make mistakes and need to scrape and repaint the details often. The boba pearls were a bit too clustered in my first attempt, so I repainted them. After the paint is fully dry, I am sealing it with Montmartre clay varnish. It's less durable than UV resin, but it air dries and is less toxic. Usually 1 coat is enough since it's very thick. The varnish is sticky, so I'm placing the bow directly on the tray without needing super glue. Now all that's left is to wait for the varnish to dry. These turned out really cute. If you have some air-dry clay lying around, I definitely recommend making these.